friends. It's Jennifer Grace here. Do I look a little different? I'm veiling, as they say in the Roman Catholic Church. I really don't typically wear veils. I really want to go to church. I don't think so. But I ordered one for me and my precious daughters, Queen Audrey Maria and Queen Grace Emma. Queen of Moms here, as they have crowned me and interred me. Just like Our Lady Queen of, Our Lady Queen of the Angels, I was born on her glorious feast day. She also is our Blessed Mother. She's appeared to saints throughout the years and people with under many different titles. I bought this recently, maybe a month or so, a couple months ago, because I love to pray the rosary, and I felt inspired by her to get a little bit of a different take on, our Blessed Mother, Our Lady Queen of the Angels, or the Blessed Virgin Mary. So she says, this is like you. I love to wear white, I love to wear roses, and I love to pray the rosary. So this is to remind me that I aspire to be like her, and she's my loving patroness. I model my life after her. I found out 25 years ago when I was living in the convent women's residence, discerning my religious vocation to become a Catholic sister, that I was born on the glorious solemnity of Our Lady Queen of the Angels, the feast of Our Lady Queen of the Angels, August 2nd. So that was very special to find that out. And then I immediately made Our Lady Queen of the Angels my patroness, but she was my patroness long before that. Matter of fact, when I was in second grade, I didn't go to Catholic school. I went to public school, and I went to catechism. I used to be a catechism teacher. My nose is itching. I'm not lying though. They say no. I was a catechist for 7 years at my parish. Beloved one. The parents, I'm going to sit down. The parents there was a waiting list sometimes to get into my class because I was just a very special catechist. I didn't talk down to the kids. It was teaching the children for the second graders. I think the 1 year I did the first year, because it was a 2-year program, first and second grade. So I think 1 year I did the first graders, but typically I taught the second graders. And I did not talk to the kids like they don't know about God or they don't know about Jesus. I mean, they might not know every single little detail about our Catholic faith, but I was teaching them, preparing them for their first Holy Communion and first penance, first confession. But they loved me. On All Saints Day, we would make crowns, and I had my guitar because I play guitar. I'm a singer-songwriter, musician, recording artist. Check out my music. I had a CD then that I came out with in 2003 that I dedicated to my parish. It's in the liner notes and everything. And then I also gave a concert there the day that I released that album in 2003, November. But then I did another album, or EP in 2008, Will You Take a Chance? In Faith with Me. And then in 2010, the full-length album, Will You Take a Chance in Faith with Me? Go check it out. The first album was beautiful love songs to God. I call them my love songs for God because I had a very personal encounter with Christ. Really all my life. I mean, obviously I had one at 3 because I really wrote my first song at 3 that's on that album, the adult version of it, Believe in Jesus. And I had a little audio recording of me playing my Mickey Mouse guitar, singing with my New York accent, believe in Jesus, believe in God, believe in friendship, and have a happy celebration. Believe in Easter, believe in Christmas, and have a happy celebration. A beautiful song. And I did, I recorded it as an adult. So that was my first encounter with Christ, I believe, that as far as music goes. But then when I was living in New York City, I had moved there from Cape Coral, Florida, where I was Miss Cape Coral in 1992. But I was born in New York, and then I moved to Fort Lauderdale with my family when I was 5, I believe, and then to Cape Coral, Florida, when I was 11, going into 5th grade. So anyways, and then I lived there until I was 21 when I thought always that I wanted to go to Juilliard School of Music because I've been singing my entire life. I mean, I literally say this. I pretty much came out of the womb singing. It's really, really sweet. My dad, it's not sweet that my dad passed away last year, that he was called home to heaven, but it is sweet that on the recording with me singing Believe in Jesus, and then my brother George, who is in heaven now, you hear him like singing in the background and stuff. You hear my dad, because I was like the light of his life, and I lit up his life, like the song, You Light Up My Life. So he goes, Jen, sing You Light Up My Life. And I go, I I forgot the part of it, even my New York accent. But I go, why? He goes, because I like that song. And so anyway, it's just really sweet. But what was I going to say? So that was my first time. But I didn't go to Catholic school. I went to public school, and in second grade, I really feel that I know that I made a vow to God to become a saint. Now, I don't want to like say this and then have it not happen, because I feel that is one of my greatest dreams, is to become a saint. And for my daughters actually even said, my Queen Audrey Maria and Queen Grace Emma, Queen Audrey Maria, I call her Queen because she is a queen, and they promoted me. I used to call myself a princess before I got married. I'm divorced now, but Audrey, when she was a baby, said "Mama." We used to watch Princess Sophia together. Sophia the First. She says, "Mama, you're the queen and I'm the princess." So yeah, then they told me I was queen of moms a few years ago, because they were unjustly and illegally taken away from, kind of jumping around here, 4 times to no fault of my own. When I've never abused them, I've never neglected them, I've never abandoned them, never even spanked them. I don't yell and scream at them, and I don't drink alcohol, and I don't do drugs. But I did have and I technically still do, had a diagnosis of mental health condition, bipolar disorder, and I was trying to protect my children from either abuse or perceived abuse, thinking they were in danger of being abused, and they blamed it on my bipolar disorder. They took my kids away 4 times. The last time was for 9 years. It was brutal. They were put in foster care, but they were put in foster care when they were babies. I mean, we've been through so much together. So when I keep saying that 2026 is going to be our year, I'm not just saying, oh, look at this beautiful, this is my Immaculate Conception rosary that I was inspired to buy from Our Lady. I'm not just saying that because I'm wishful thinking. I'm saying that because God has let me know, and I believe in a spiritual way, let my daughters know, that our time of great suffering and pain and suffering and major, major trials and tribulations, which really has been their entire life. I mean, I had some as a youngster too, as a child, but nothing like theirs, where they were ripped out of their loving mom's arms, who never hurt them and didn't deserve. They're going, "Mama," the last time when they were 3 and 5, they're going, "Mama, Mama, no," and they're pulling them out of my arms because I called the police saying I want to be taken to a safe place with my daughters, and they were told that I was, quote unquote, having a manic episode. Well, anyway, we were separated for 9 years, and basically, I had to be monitored. I mean, I'm like the all-American mom. Here I am, the queen of moms. As I said, my daughters say, "Mom, you're the queen of moms. Put it on your Facebook bio and your Instagram." I'm like, what's the queen of moms? They came up with it on their own. I'd never heard of that. And still to this day, I mean, not that many people call themselves that, not that many moms, but they did. And so now I put it on my bio a few years ago. But they said, you love us with an everlasting love, as I always tell them, like God does. You've never spanked us. You don't yell and scream at us. You love us so much, and you've never abused us, and you've risked your life for us. I've even, in trying to protect my daughters, I've been arrested several times unjustly. So yeah. But anyway, what I want to say is that, I'm just jumping around here. Well, when I didn't go to public school, I went to Catholic school, and I made a vow to God. My daughters were saying, we are already saints. They are saints. They're living saints. They came into this world. I believe they were conceived immaculately. I'm just going to say it. I know for sure they were conceived immaculately. I became a born-again virgin in 1997. Before that, when I was living in New York, when I had my musical mystical vision, Christ appeared to me, but not like he appeared to me through song and a mystical musical vision, where I was writing down what I was seeing in my soul, like saying, he just gave me a song. My first song, the first song was 3, but this song, I'll close my eyes and wait for dark. Somehow the light is brighter there. Strange as it might be, I can see a light that shines upon the path that others dare not walk alone. I hear a voice, it's calling me, it's calming me, it's come to rescue me. Strange as it might be, then it's like I'm looking out, there's no one there, a shadow of a man appears, he takes my hand and walks with me into the light. I'm not afraid, who could it be? That was a vision. I mean, I don't slave over my songs. I've written over 150, maybe 200 songs inspired by Christ, inspired by God, and even my daughters. But yeah, all my songs are divinely inspired. Well, anyway, I wanted to be like Mary when I was in second grade. I wanted to be a saint like Mary. Santa Maria, Audrey's named after her. Hail Mary, full of grace, Grace Emma. And I also wanted to be like Joan of Arc. I thought she's pretty cool.